Arsenal nil, Liverpool 2. Yes, people, iFootball, and Arsenal crash out of the Carabao Cup in the semi-final to Liverpool. I just came back from the game. I was at the Emirates. Decent atmosphere from Arsenal, but the fans could not pull us through this one. As always, if you're around, if you enjoy Arsenal content, and if you enjoy football content, please consider subscribing on my road to 700 and drop a like down below so this video gets out to more people. I mean, what can we say? Let's start with the events of the match. We look leggy, we look flat, and we look leggy. It was almost as if we did play on the weekend. We had a whole week off since our game against Anfield, which by the way looks pointless now. Our digging in with 10 men for 70 minutes at Anfield all means absolutely nothing after tonight. Either way, we looked like we were carrying it through because we didn't have that cutting edge to us. We were playing long a lot of the time. A lot of the pressing we did was individual presses from one player at a time. Martinelli was always pressing, but there was no backup press. We just looked like a team that looked a little bit disorganised here against Liverpool, and Liverpool did take advantage. They got the first goal, and it all came from a counter-attack. Neither team looked like breaking each other down from open play. Both the chances for each team came from counter-attacks, and Liverpool scored theirs. Beautiful flick from Firmino, who then plays Trent, who sprays out to Jota, and from then on it was a 1v1, Jota versus Tomiyasu. And you could tell Tomiyasu was rushed back into this game because he didn't look that extra yard to him, and Jota beat him too easily. And at that stage, if he's beating you right there, you have to bring him down. You have to give away a tactical foul, take the yellow, and we get into position. He doesn't, and Jota jinks inside and scuffs the finish, but Ramsdale lets it in. It's a horror show from Ramsdale to let that in. I was at the end of the ground where he literally shot it. I was in line with the shot basically and saw it happen. It went in the centre of the net. It went in the centre of the net. There's no reason Ramsdale should let that in. I could tell that he kind of was blindsided by Tierney, I think it was, that was blocking his view. But either way, his positioning was wrong. His momentum was going to the left. It's almost as if he was expecting Jota to curl it into the top corner or something. But if that happens, I always say, defend what you can defend. If Jota's shot goes top corner, you just have to call it a wonderful shot. But you can't let him score from a near post finish, and it didn't even go into the corner net. He scuffed it. It went into the centre of the net. Poor gogging from Ramsdale, and then from then on up, it was backs against the wall, to be honest. We had to try and come from behind against Liverpool, which was never going to be easy because they already were living off the counter-attack, and that gave them an even bigger incentive to do so. We didn't really create anything, and then going to half-time, we were 1-0 down, and we needed a kick up the arse from Arteta and the coaching staff. We came out in the second half, and for about a 5-minute spell, we looked really lively, and then it topped off when Lacazette had a chance, played through, but he just skied it well over the bar. Came actually from good play from Lokonga in midfield, who before that was looking not really that composed and looking like he wasn't really taking control of the game from midfield, but that was great play from him. But then after that, we just retreated into our shell and just looked poor. All our chances came from counter-attacks from Martinelli chasing someone down. There was no incisive play or really eye-opening stuff that you thought, wow, what play from Arsenal. It's all a lot of scrappy stuff, long kicks, and just kind of feeding on kind of bits and pieces rather than creating anything substantial. And then Liverpool scored the second goal. It got flagged offside. At the time when it scored, I didn't even know where the offside was coming from. It didn't look offside at all. Either way, Jota scores, dinks it over Ramsdale again. His positioning was poor on that one as well, and that was game over. That knocked the stuffing out of us. But then to top it all off, to put the cherry on the cake, Partey gets sent off. I mean, the geezer just came back from AFCON, was on the pitch for less than 15 minutes, and still manages to get sent off. Two yellow cards. Now, was it a red? Look, you could say so, but for me, the ref was very harsh, man. Very, very harsh. It feels like our ratio of fouls to cards is so high compared to other teams. Like, I see players like Rodri the other weekend commit about 7 fouls and not get a yellow. Every time we foul, we get a yellow, it seems. Every foul. I mean, what's the brother's name? Konate did about 3 fouls in that game. Only managed to get 1 yellow. Like, Partey commits 2 fouls and gets 2 yellow cards. I mean, and neither of them were really terrible fouls that you could say nailed on yellow. Yeah, they were maybe yellows, maybe reds. You got to give him the benefit of the doubt, especially in the 90th minute when the game's over. You didn't really need to give him a second yellow and a red there. Let's be honest about it. You didn't really need to. They seemed a bit unfair from the referee. Either way, it's the way it is. He got given a red card. We have to move on from it, to be honest. And now we're going to Burnley with no senior centre midfield. Our 2 starting centre mids in Xhaka and Partey are both out now. We have to dip into the transfer market one way or another and sign someone, it seems. Either way, back to the game again, no cutting edge. For all the attacking players we had on the pitch as well. Now, when the lineup came out and I saw Smith Rowe and Tomiyasu back in, I thought, wow, like we've got a good chance here. Before I was a bit sceptical, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw both lineups, I thought we had the better players in terms of we fielded a better team than Liverpool could in terms of what your total squad. I feel like we had the better team out there in terms of the fact that Liverpool were missing Salah, Mane, Keita. They were playing a Gordon guy at left wing for crying out loud, man. We fielded the best team we could. In terms of players we had available, we fielded the best team. But it didn't turn out that way. It turned out a bit pear-shaped. I still, to the life of me, don't know how we didn't create enough chances. I mean, it's fair enough we conceded goals, considering our only midfielder was Lokonga. But we had Ødegaard, Smith Rowe, Saka, Martinelli and Lacazette on the pitch. 5 attacking players and we didn't create anything cutting edge. It baffles me how you can do that. We look with more attacking threat when we've got 4 attackers on the pitch than 5. Really made no sense to me. We had no desire from the team and no kind of initiative to take someone on and create something and run at somebody. It just seemed very flat-footed from minute 1 to 90 from Arsenal. Getting into the player ranks now, Aaron Ramsdale, for me, this was his worst game at Arsenal Football Club, without a doubt. The first goal was very soft, and the second goal, his positioning was poor to get lobbed like that. I'm going to give him a 3 out of 10. His distribution at times was actually alright, playing out to Martinelli, but that doesn't save me because your first job is to defend the goal, and he didn't do that well enough. Right back, Tomiyasu got beaten too easily. I'm going to have to give him a 4. Other than that, he won a lot of headers, but just got beaten too easily by Jota in the first goal. Centre-backs wise, Benjamin White, first centre-back, I'll give him a 5 out of 10. Did what he could. I don't think he was necessarily at fault for the goal. I mean, I guess he could have cut out Jota's shot, but I think it was more on Tomiyasu. Next to him, Gabriel is going to get a 5 as well. Didn't think he was particularly amazing either, but look, I don't think either of them were at fault for the goals. Left back Kieran Tierney, I'll give him a 6. He tried his best. He was actually going up the pitch and stuff, and he was the one that was always running, just ran out of steam and didn't have enough attacking threat. I feel like he could have supported Martinelli a little bit more as well. All our chances came from long balls to Martinelli, and then Tierney, by the time he got up there, we either lost the ball and he had to defend again, or just couldn't break them down. In centre mid, Lokonga at centre mid, I'll give him a 5. Look, at times he looked good, like when he created that Lacazette chance, he looked amazing, cutting it out, playing it through, running, great pass. But in other times he just lacked that presence in midfield, a couple of stray passes straight into Liverpool players. You can tell he just lost his composure a little bit and he can't man that midfield on his ones. The 2 centre mids ahead of him, starting with Martin Ødegaard, just a bit non-existent in this game, non-existent. When he picked up the ball, it was either too deep and he couldn't do anything with it, or he picked up the ball and couldn't make something happen. Just not a great game from Ødegaard. I'll give him a 5. And Smith Rowe was even worse in my opinion. I'm going to give Emile Smith Rowe a 4. There's a couple of times when he picked up the ball in dangerous-ish areas and the pass took either too long or it was just a poor pass in general. Wasn't a great game from Emile Smith Rowe either. Going into the attackers now, Saka right wing. He was one of our better players. When he got on the ball, he tried to make something happen, but just couldn't quite take someone on. And just couldn't quite have that cutting edge. It was just a lot of what ifs from Arsenal today. There was a lot of what could have been. Either way, I'll give Saka a 5. On the other flank, Martinelli, he was our best outfield player. He was the one that was running, chasing people down, always on the ends of things, but just couldn't quite get into shooting positions. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. And then Lacazette was poor. I'll give him a 5. In terms of subs, I mean, did we even make any? Nketiah came on, did nothing. Partey came on and got a red card. So I'll just have to give Nketiah a 4 and Partey a 2 for the red card. Overall, though, it's disappointing. We're knocked out. It means we have no more cup competitions to fight for this season. It is Premier League or bust for this football club. We have to get top 4, that means. We have to. No excuses. It's January and we're out of all cup competitions. We've just had the Premier League to focus on. We have to play full strength every week and hope we can go and push that Champions League play. So it's going to be tough. I mean, Tottenham pulled out a win from out of nowhere the other day. So we're catching up on 4 teams right now ahead of us. Man United are pushing on the door. West Ham pushed on the door. It's not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. But now we've simplified our task at the end of the day. And who knows, that might be a good thing. Feels like when you streamline to one task, you can have tunnel vision on that top 4 now. We don't have to worry about any cup competitions or any distractions. It's just Premier League or bust. And let's see, come end of the season, what ends up happening from it. Leave your thoughts of the game in the comment section down below, as always. And if you're new around here, if you enjoy Arsenal content, and if you enjoy football content, please consider subscribing on my road to 700, and drop a like down below so this video gets out to more people. I've been YFootball, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.